Hey. Okay. I know I was running late, but I did edit the time. So if you are coming back, I appreciate it. Let's see what's going on. I was trying to get on earlier, and I felt like Mercury retrograde was conspiring against me. I don't know if you can hear me even or not. Let's see. So tonight we're going to be doing our live happy hour review, because happy hour is whatever hour you make it happy. That's what I decided. I decided that. Okay. Thanks for tuning in to LRGA Curves tonight. I really appreciate you taking a minute to pop in. Well, it might be an hour. It might be a whole hour. I might have more to say than I thought I had to say. You know. So I'm going to put this link in the comments. Copy. And I'm going to post it in the comments. Wait, I said it was copied. Okay, paste. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I just went live, Toddy. Okay. So I believe Toddy Vision is going to be joining us tonight. Because my time was all messed up. I really appreciate it if she can pop in and give her opinion and give her opinion. Yes. And then where is that? Yes. We'll do that. And then no. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Okay. Yeah. I need to optimize stuff. That's what those. That's what those are. Let me make sure I sent her the link correctly. Let's see. So how's everybody doing tonight? Did you guys hear? I didn't do Tuesday tidbits this week. I don't know. The moon really had me. That's what I'm blaming it on, is the moon. And Mercury's in retrograde. So we're yeah. Let's see. Sent. Everything's taking forever. Oh, see, look, it didn't send. Drafts. OMG. Draft? No. Oh, wrong one. Let's go to the right mailbox. Let's see. Yeah, I did send it. Okay. So we can get out of there. Part 1 is queued. Part 2 is queued. I guess I could queue part 3 while we're getting everything set up. Yes. So let me go to history and check this out. see. There we go. Okay, so that's going to be queued also. Everything's queued and minimized. And let me see. Let me see. Let me finish playing my music I made. I made that music you guys were listening to earlier, that intro. I made that. I produced that. Look, I'm pressing all the wrong buttons. Anyway, I think I just like being live. That's what I think. You know, I would have been live in a club somewhere back in the day. There's a picture. Proving my point. So anyway, let's see. Husband, can you do me a favor? Will you see if my audio is okay? Like if you check out my live, will you see if you can hear what I'm saying okay? Or am I just babbling to myself? Okay, let's see. So tonight we will be, hope that's not too loud. Let me turn it down. I just want something in there. Oh Lord, not these freaking, I don't want this to be popping up all the time. My son freaking put Xbox on my computer. It was not a great conversation when I found out. Let's just put it like that. It wasn't great. It wasn't great. Okay? So, let's see. Let's go back. There. Can you hear that in the back a little? Okay. So, tonight we are going to talk about, see, but I can't have that with my notes, so I don't even know what I'm doing right now. But I'm going to get started. Let's see. So I'm going to minimize this. And, okay. So I have these notes. And this is part one. That's part two. There it is. Okay. So, how are you tonight? How's everybody doing? I really appreciate you taking your time to stop into LRGA Curves. Yeah. Okay. So, tonight I wanted to talk about the Binder Time series that Monique Samuels did on her channel. And I wanted to talk about that because it was 3 parts and she finally dropped the 3rd part and now we can talk about it. I was going to piecemeal it and do each part, you know, and then I decided, why? I mean, it's so, yeah, I just decided that for me, I wanted to do all 3 parts together for like a cohesive kind of look and approach to this Binder Time series that Monique Samuels did. Okay, so this is all just my opinion of, did you check it, Dad? You just go on the YouTube and look for LRGA Curves. Look, my husband's all, where are you? He's all checking my TikTok. I got perma-banned from TikTok, you guys. Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. Okay, so I don't really want to talk about it, but because that's not what we're here to talk about. What we're here to talk about is the Binder Time series that the lovely Monique Samuels did. Oh, I have to get my Vanna White down. There she is. Beautiful Monique Samuels and her trusty binder, the famous, infamous binder, which created what is going to be the iconic Binder Time Down in History series that she produced. Okay, so is it a binder or BS or not? That's my question. That's my question. Does anything in the binder matter? Let's see. So I'm going to play the audio and then we'll go over it and we'll try to figure out not only what is she talking about in her rhyme and what my opinions are about it. And because at the end of every single Binder Time story, she did, what did it say, Dad? That wasn't you that looked? That wasn't you? Oh no, somebody had checked in and I was the avatar. So yeah, I had to go to Avatar real fast. I don't know. So anyway, is it a binder of BS or not? Let's take a listen and see. Okay. So let's do a copyright disclaimer that the copyright disclaimer, here it is. Wait just a second. Okay. So here is our copyright disclaimer. This site is for educational purposes, and this is all opinion, and yeah, and educational, entertainment, commentary, that type of stuff. So, copyright disclaimer: under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Thank you. So I just wanted to get that out there because we don't want to infringe on nobody's fair usages. And we're just going to be doing audio clips of this. So let me, but can you hear it if I do that? I don't know. Let's see. Let's see.
Gather around the fireball squad. I have a story to tell about some very evil women who want to see you in jail.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Can you go in there and see what it sounds like? Okay, yeah, it's working. Oh, this is my husband, you guys. Come give me a kiss, baby. Give me a kiss. You're real. Love you. Okay. Okay. So this is an introduction that she's doing on this. This is an introduction that she's doing. And
once upon a time, faraway land, Monique Popoff appeared with a book in her hand. She said, "I've
is
got
walking
receipts.
through fire.
Tax time is here." While her friends looked real shook and shivered with fear. They were nervous of this book, had no idea what they'd hear. Screenshots, phone numbers, raw truth, oh my dear. They did so much dirt. Families they tried to tear. But the reckoning is coming. Judgment Day is near.
Okay.
As they gathered around the fire and awaited their turn, the demons inside them were screaming, "Oh, what will we learn?"
Okay, let's stop right there. She is invoking demons off top. Okay? Okay? She is coming. Okay? And I know she was talking to the pastor during the series, and she had her pastor on a number of times during her tenure on Real Housewives of Potomac, as we know. And if you don't know, then yes, like especially this last season, after the fight and everything, her pastor made some appearances. And so, and so, it's really like, to me, it's like kind of like, it's a little dark vibes, you know. I mean, really like starting off with demons and stuff. Come on now, and fire. And then she's going to go on to sit there like, just really like a witch over the fire, like that lady in Games of Thrones who used to look into the fire. I see. Yeah, she gave me that kind of vibe. Anyway. Oh, yeah. So that's how she starts, was by summoning those things, okay? From the gate with fire, literally. And it was dark vibes. And it was like her resentment and anger over her treatment and how she left is conveyed visually. Visually, she's preparing us for what's about to happen. And it's actually very poetic, and the symmetry is great. And if they were giving out, you know, I feel, in my opinion, it was like a visual telling of not only the earth that she scorched with this binder time revelation, but that the fire, that symbolic fire that she feels like she went through as a result. Because notice, no spoilers, but the binder doesn't find anything wrong with anything she did. That's for sure. Okay. So let's go and see where we are. So she's getting the binder and sitting down, and the music and everything is really nice. It's really like Games of Thrones. And let's try to figure out her 7 personalities.
Monique Popoff is so bubbly. She desired to make friends. But you'll be really surprised to see how her story ends. The madam is poised, etiquette to the T. She never runs.
I just want you to see these characters real fast so you can try to help me figure them out. So this is what she's saying. We have Monique Popoff.
Monique Popoff is so bubbly. She desired to make friends. But you'll be really surprised to see how her story ends.
So that's obviously Monique Samuels, Monique Popoff. She gave us the actual first name with that, and we know she popped off.
The madam is poised and keeps to the teeth. She never runs, only walks gracefully as can be.
Okay, and that must be the madam, as in the grand dame madam, um, Karen Huger, who is a self-proclaimed grand dame, which is interesting because later on, never mind. I'm getting ahead of myself. Spoiler alert.
The misery loves company. Jealousy she exudes. The only one in this court who brings around random dudes.
Okay, this is going to have to be Giselle. Look at what she did to the neck on Giselle's avatar. I don't know. I don't want it to take over the whole screen and we have to look for it. But she's always coming. That's the only thing she can do to Giselle is pretend like something's wrong with her. Oh snap! Oh my god! Oh my god! I can't hear you. Wait, what do I do? What do I do?
That's my fault. I had my
Oh,
microphone
I'm
up.
sorry. How long were you here this time?
Just a
I'm
few
crazy.
seconds. I got into
Okay,
it that quick though. I was like,
okay. So we're only to the misery. Who do you
okay.
think it is? Everybody, this is Toddy Vision. Let's put her
Hi.
banner up. Check this out for Toddy.
Oh my god,
All
thank
right.
you. Thank
We love each other. We love each other. Oh. Hi, Capricorn sister. How are you?
you. I appreciate you inviting me and I can't wait to talk about it, but I'm gonna let you do your thing.
Okay, okay. Well, I'm loving your hair. I love seafoam green. That's one of
Thanks.
my favorite candy flavors. And I think they have a key lime truffle at See's Candy that
Ooh,
is you're giving me very key lime truffle right now, girls. Very
I'm
rich and
trouble.
creamy and sweet.
I'm
Okay?
gonna that's what I'm gonna call this. This is key lime
So
truffle.
awesome. Yes, key lime truffle. Um, so yeah, I was just doing the freaking we're only to the introduction on part one where she's introducing the seven characters.
Mm.
So where did the screen go? Share. Wait. I have my oh, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Is it this one? Oh no. Okay, I'll say stop. And then I'll say share again. Because I couldn't get to where I could press the button on it. And yeah, in the time that I had to wait for you, because I had to wait for me, I was like, well, let me just put it all the way to 9:30, right? Because not only did I have that first fiasco, then right at 9 when I had rescheduled it for the first time, I had another fiasco. And I was like, Mercury is conspiring against me, but I'm not going to let it stop nothing. The devil isn't doing nothing over here. It's not stopping nothing.
Period.
You know what I'm saying? So, okay, so we're right to the misery. Who do you think the misery is? Since I already named the first two, I
It's
think the first,
definitely Giselle. Misery
okay,
is Giselle.
yeah. Isn't it messed up how she did her neck?
Yeah, I mean,
That's
uh,
not okay. That's not okay. Okay, let's see who we have next.
The chef is my favorite. She can stir up a pot. The misery's first target when she caught her thought.
Okay, so obviously we're gonna have to say that is Ashley Darby
mm,
because Giselle called Ashley a thought the very first time she met her on that rooftop party,
mm.
and Ashley came up, and for some reason Giselle really did. She was like, "Oh, you're a little thought, aren't you?" I was, oh, okay, Giselle. Okay, her haterade was on full display. So yeah, and she does stir the pot and she keeps things stirred. That's very Ashley Darby description.
The sleeping pill provides breaks when we want nothing new. She tells the same story for years to convince us it's true.
Who do you think that is?
Don't disrespect that little.
Oh, who do you think that is?
She tells the same story for years to make us think it's true. Robin?
Yes, must be. I agree.
What story would they be talking about? Her and wine?
Yes, that her and Juan are together, trying to work it out, getting back together, that there's hope of them getting back together. And I mean, I'm buying it. I'm buying it like hook, line, and sinker,
Yeah.
you know? I'm okay with it. But she is kind of like Cynthia, where she's just surviving on not too much of a storyline ever, like just kind of being close to whoever is like in charge.
Yeah.
Real Housewives
Yeah.
of Potomac case, it happens to be who they think is Giselle, right? If it's not Giselle, then it's Karen. And Karen's always talking about her, so of course it's Giselle, you know? And their eyes
Hmm.
do match really good. Okay.
The
Yeah.
story for years to convince us it's true. Wink Wink is like a snake as she maneuvers her way
Uh-oh.
through. Accountability is a disease. Watch.
Uh-oh. Wait a second.
Okay, so it's obvious people weep is Candid. Oh, wait. Who are you figuring out now? Weep
Yeah,
weep?
we're on Weep Weep. We
Okay.
are on Weep Weep for sure.
Oh, that's Candace. And I can't wait to talk about everything else because but okay, that's Candace.
Yes, that is Candace, very much so.
You know what? Let
I
me
wonder
light my candle like she lit that fire.
I know. Oh my God, I went and got candles this week too. They were having a sale at Bath Body Works by me.
My matchbox got rained on because I left it outside.
I love to have matches. Was that a scented candle?
Yes, from Bath and Body Works. It was a gift.
Oh, nice.
Had it for a little while now. I forget to burn it sometimes.
Well, I'm so glad that you are getting that fire going for us. Fire
Okay.
energy is good energy. That's good energy. Okay. Well, it's
I
for you, and
forget
I'm going
the
to benefit also because your vibe is going to ooze through the cybers and
Yes,
into
and let
my
me
space, girl.
pour myself some
With
wine.
your key lime truffle, beautiful selves. Okay. Okay. So, yeah, definitely Weep Weep
Dr.
is,
Shusu.
yeah, the Sue part gave that
Celsius
away.
is self-appointed for the temperature of day. Will it be sunny or cold? 40 degrees, so you say?
Obviously, Wendy and her 4 degrees was under everybody's skin. I don't know what the problem is with educated Black women
Ugh,
saying they're
you know
educated
what?
when they're
And
asked.
there's nothing wrong with it. The only people who had a problem with it was people who didn't have no degrees. That's
Right.
really it. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is if it's okay to get mad at somebody and talk about their clothes, talk about their hair, talk about their marital problems, whatever else, it should be okay to talk about the fact that you are an educated woman.
Yes,
But whatever.
definitely. If it's okay that they're going to talk about the husband grabbing the butt and the producer's okay, you know what I'm saying? Like all those other things that have nothing to do with anything but the underbelly of life. But real
Right.
stuff like education and determination and tenacity and intelligence and follow through and drive and success in your goals. You know what I'm saying? Attainment. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? They downplay that. That's a problem. But
Mhm.
here we are with binder time. That's not a problem. Anyway,
Honey.
I'm participating in it though because
Yes.
I want to see if it is a binder BS or not.
So I just had a quick thought. I'm gonna. Oh, you are okay. I'm sorry.
What?
Well, what I was gonna do was send you another link and see if we could stream to my channel at the same time. But you're using both of your devices, aren't you, right now?
No, you know what I could do? Well, I have my notes in my phone. That's the only thing.
Okay.
But I
Well,
could
it's all
get
good.
husband's, because that would be so cool.
Yes.
Husband, can I use your phone?
Come through, hubby.
Because we're gonna try to double stream. You know.
Oh, or you could just send the notes, screenshot the notes, and send them some. I don't know. I don't know. Look, I don't
Let
know your life.
me see.
Oh, I got makeup on my straw. Oh, I'm so ghetto today. I'm so ghetto.
Uh-oh, what is this? What the hell is this? Oh,
What is it?
I don't know, son. Thank you, love. Okay. Yeah, can you leave it open a little? Yeah, like right there. I love it. I love it. I love you. Okay. Ooh, and we got 53%. Okay, so you're gonna have to,
I'm just gonna send you the link.
yeah, email it to me.
I'm gonna put this on the charger. I was gonna use this.
Or here, yeah, text it to me. Just text it to me. And
Okay.
then that way it'll be easier to get.
All right. Continue with your show, and then when you get it, just go ahead and do it.
Okay, so thank you, Toddy, for being ingenuitive because, yeah, why should we wait? We need to double tag this time and space reality,
Yes.
a double imprint. Okay, I didn't get it yet. You're texting it, right?
Yeah. Yeah. You'll get it soon.
Okay, perfect. Okie dokie. So that Celsius is obviously windy.
The gatekeeper is in charge, watching us step by step. Watch out or you'll be punished. Don't disrespect that little check.
And obviously, that is Andrew Cohen.
Yes. Andy is what the gatekeeper, right?
Yes. I was saying when I
into positions like crabs in a pot, scandalous schemes and plotting just to get to the top. In this world, the top's reserved for the most wicked of all. But even the wicked get built up just to watch them fall.
Okay, so I was thinking that that part was really apropos, the whole crabs in a barrel part, well, crabs in a
Hmm.
pot, because that was two visuals for me. That's usually crabs in a barrel. When you say crabs in something, it's usually a barrel, and that analogy of pulling each other down that's often applied to Black
Yes.
people's reality with each other, and supposedly they don't want each other to you know be successful and overcome and have things, so other people around them that appear to look like them, that are vibrating lower, obviously, will
Hmm.
somehow want to pull that other person down. And so we have this term called crabs in a barrel. And we also have this thing about a frog in a pot, right? So that whole thing about how you can put a frog in a pot, and if you put him in there from the time the water's cold, the frog will not jump out of the pot until such time. He will not jump out of the pot until ever. He'll just boil. But if you put a frog in hot water, he'll jump right out. So to me, I was getting like a dual kind of analogy thing going on with that stanza. And then how
Uh-huh.
she said that the scandalous plots were driving success, and it drives the wicked to the top. Perfect. And it drives the wicked to the top.
Hmm.
And but everybody's using, like, scandal and plotting to get there, and wickedry is pushed and rewarded, obviously, if the
Yeah.
top, because to us the top is a reward, right? So like we already said in the beginning, 4 degrees isn't a reward, but scandal, plotting, she's admitting that that's a reward in this environment, right? And so, but she also admits that she played that role, obviously, because it's obvious she's talking about herself. The wicked also get set up just to watch them fall, and she feels like, the people didn't have her back, right?
Right.
Let me see. Um, yeah, that's what I'll do. Here. I'm gonna share my notes to my husband's phone, and then I'm gonna go live from my phone. Bam. How can I share? Can I share? Yep, share. I want to send a copy in a message to my husband. Uh, yes, send. And then we're gonna go back. Sorry, you guys. Thanks for your patience. I am multitasking. Wait. Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay, I think I texted both of those to Hubsters. Now I go in here and I go on the StreamYard. And I'll put my ear pod in and go on husband's phone and get his messages. And we're allowing some access. Ooh, wait. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get my phone holder so I don't have to worry about it. Praise God. Okay. Sorry, you guys. Okay. So, just a second. Let's see what's going on.
Hello. I'm so sorry.
There, I think we're everywhere. Are we everywhere?
No. But we're on your channel.
Okay. Well,
That's
I'm in your studio. Whenever. Okay, so that was just a little hiatus. Oh, one who cares. Greetings, all. Thank you.
Aww.
Awesome.
Hello.
Greetings to you
Hello.
too.
I like that name, One Who Cares.
Yes. Let's see. LRGA. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so where were we? We were right here. So she was doing the introduction and
Who's in the house or the field? Who gets a seat at the table? Truth be told, we're all out. Our time's reserved for the stable.
okay. There, Monique, she's kind of like she's deep with these lyrics. She wants this to be a song, you know. So and she wrote it like a song and she let us know at the reunion that she is in fact a um am I echoing?
Not to me. Do you feel like you are?
No, I guess. Okay, yeah, no, not me. Okay, so yeah, so she wants us to be a rap. And that line right there, what she just said about the field, the house, that was a reference to slavery. So first she had us with the crabs in the barrel.
It was
And
the colorism,
yes, yes,
saying the lighter skinned ones are getting treated better than the darker skinned ones. You know, they had a whole conversation about colorism.
right. And she didn't see it, but Candace and Wendy both felt like that may have been an issue,
Mm-hmm.
right? And they're not the only Black women on Bravo. We can get into that later, but yeah, they're not the only ones, right?
Yeah, but to mention
So,
it, to me, that's what I felt like she was mentioning. But I guess now that it feels, I mean, I don't really want to speak on it too much, but she didn't acknowledge it when you thought she would have, but now she seems to want to. And that's kind of crazy.
yeah. But also, the song was written before that comment was made at the reunion. The
But she
colorism
in the
comments,
song too?
the colorism comments didn't come up till the reunion. That didn't happen during the season, did it?
No.
It wasn't until the reunion that they brought it up. So, and those lyrics were already in the song. So I
Oh,
think it was like uh, an overall issue with the Black women, and she felt like a slave transaction was going on
oh,
from
okay.
production
Okay.
towards all of them. So first she took us to the plantation with their treatment, right? Which
Yeah.
would also go back to what Nene said about how they don't have no health care, no breaks, they don't have nothing, they don't have no insurance, they don't have no, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so all of those things. Oh, hi, my sister. Hi, beautiful sister.
Hi.
That's my sister, Erica. Erica, hi, beautiful. Thanks for tuning in. Yes, you are here. I
Yeah.
love
Yeah.
you. Hey, sis. Yes. Hi. So we are discussing this Binder Time series, sister. Um, and so she took us from an analogy about the treatment of Black people between Black people with crabs in a barrel, right? So now she's putting a plantation into the treatment of everybody from a production company, I feel like, because those would be the ones to be able to like really ultimately determine who's going to be in the house and who's going to be in the field, right? And
Right.
then she furthers that to me by saying, um, our kind is all for the stable. How did she just put that?
Who's in the house or the field? Who gets a seat at the table? Truth be told, we're all out. Our kind's reserved for the stable.
See what she said? Truth is, we're all out. Our kind is reserved for the stable. And then she gives us a reference to pimp and hoe culture with the stable of women and some girl. She got a little deep on that. She got a little deep. Well, to me, that was a whole reference to pimp and hoe culture with the
Mhm.
stable. Our kind is all for the stable. Like all they want him to do is kind of be like, you know, pretty F dolls or whatever. I'm still backstage. Is everything okay? Oh, it
I'm
doesn't.
working.
Should I
You
leave
might
it?
look. You might as well get from back there, girl, because I might have to make a new one.
Okay, 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 okay,
I've been
okay, okay.
struggling over here.
Okay, no worries. No worries. Let me know. Let me know. Let me see. Go back. Right here. Okay. So yeah, I thought that slave reference was really deep and a little late though, because when people brought it up and you thought you were still coming back next season before your husband came on and acted a arse, in my opinion, and did the whole angry black man role,
Towards a black
produced.
woman type ish, you know?
You know what I'm saying? And now there's a stable, and now there's a field, and now, you know what I mean? So, in
Yeah.
that regard, I'm like, the same way her apology a year later was too much, too little, too late to ever try again.
She
As
nigged
much
on.
as it was that, yeah, that she has that as a theme, okay? She has that as a theme because this right here, this affirmation of that type of treatment to me is again too little, too late. Okay,
Yeah.
let's see what else she has to say.
But until we recognize, we just fight to defend. True character at stake, while others fake and pretend. True life is more salacious than what's put in our face. Here, the first become last. Oh yes, the last, the first.
What do you think about that comment? Like to me, I have an opinion, but I'm interested to know what you think about that, Toddy.
Play it again.
The ball. But even the wicked get built up just to watch them fall. Who's in the house or the field? Who gets a seat at the table? Truth be told, we're all out. Our kind's reserved for the stable. But until we recognize, we just fight to defend. True character at stake, while others fake and pretend. True life is more salacious than what's put in our face. Here, the first become last. Oh yes, the last in first place.
What's this?
I have to be honest with you. To me, I really get a lot of BS. Um, I'm not really sure what she's talking about 100%. It's she's definitely doing these riddle thing type vibe. So we can like assume, but we don't really know type ish.
Right.
But now I feel like she's really desperately trying to make it seem like she has been mistreated to an extent to where she hasn't really just been mistreated without taking accountability. But I don't want to jump the gun. I really don't know
Right.
what she meant when she was
Yeah.
saying
Like
that.
at this point, I'm not sure exactly what she is referring to.
Yeah.
Let's see. So we'll go back to that one. I'm learning all the buttons. I'm so excited.
Two stories are told, and they all chase for clout. Either you're all the way in, or you better get out.
That's obvious that they're all just trying to get camera time and clout and money, right?
The most
Yeah.
critical lesson.
Now she's going over some rules after the whole. Okay, I did want to say about that true life is more salacious statement and the true character versus fake. Um, I think that might have been kind of a nod to Gigi and that whole scenario because we were all really into that.
That's
I
true.
was into that way more than what I was being fed on Real Housewives of Potomac. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As far as Monique's storyline went. So I think that that might be the outside story that could have been more salacious in real life. And it was put in our face. There were two stories being told. Um, the story of what she was saying and the story about what we were hearing about Hazel, her alter ego, and twerking on trainers, allegedly, supposedly her friend, well, her friend definitely said it in that freaking Facebook video, which I saved to the archive. So if it ever gets scrubbed, I might
Yeah.
have a copy, you know. But I don't know that that'll come up again, except for that. My comments right now are all my opinion for entertainment purposes only. This is all just commentary. And like we're just criticizing and commentating right now on this. So let's see. Um, the stories do get twisted and gaslighting occurs, she said. Or she's going to say.
They'll keep coming for your neck if you're absent or present. The stories they twist, the gaslighting occurs. To the point your own mind and memory are a blur.
Now, remember her excuse was that her excuse for why she did what she did. Remember, she said something about she blacked out, but she knew what
Yeah.
she did in the car, but then
It's
she
been a billion
lied
excuses.
later, and then she this, and then she that. And I personally, as a viewer, felt like I felt the gas fill the room every time she opened her mouth. I felt methane fill my lungs, and I was about to pass out every time she was trying to sell me that story she was trying to sell me as a viewer, you know? And so it's interesting that she would, in gaslighting fashion, imply that she was the one being gaslit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She said stories get twisted, gaslighting occurs, and it makes your mind and memory a blur, which is what she said about herself. So she said she was the one being gaslit. After all of that, she
Honey,
still
Monique
made
else. Look,
it in
that
a
girl is
binder.
something else.
Isn't that too much?
It is.
I'm like, whoa. I should have finished those psychology classes so I could know like what to really think about when I feel gaslit, but then the person that's gaslighting me feels gaslit too. Like there has to be a term for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm not a doctor. I was just wondering if there was a term for a gaslighter feeling gaslit. Is there a term? Who knows? Anyway, so I think that that has, and that was her excuse at the reunion, and you know, yeah. Okay, Monique, we're almost done.
Don't sleep on the people. They'll find out the truth. Especially when there's pooping underneath your own roof. There's two sides to a story. My text messages are proof. Hit me up for NFL players when you're married is uncouth.
Okay, so don't sleep on the people. They'll find out on the truth. I think that was a reference to Giselle and Jamal,
Is
uh,
it?
and the pastor Tanya Griffin,
Uh-huh.
uh, lady who is the one who gave Monique the texts that she used in the binder as ammunition against Giselle.
Okay.
Now, I had done a deep dive story into this is a side thing because
Mhm.
it's interesting that she received the truth from this woman that's a pastor
Yeah.
who admittedly was fornicating with a known married man because she was co-pastoring with him. So she knew of Giselle or whoever was in his life, I bet. In my opinion, that would have had to be a scenario, right?
Yeah.
So now we have Monique using the word of this woman to like cut to the white meat her co-star because who's really chasing for clout? This all this whole thing is about her and her other self. Is she a Gemini? Is she talking to her other personality? Because it's everything she's saying about other people could really be, you know what they say, when you point a finger at one person, there's four pointing back at you. And
Yeah.
everything said they all chase for clout, but she's chasing for clout with this binder time thing, for one, and she's getting information from a clout chaser, Pastor Tanya, who, in my research, in my opinion, let me put it that way, in my opinion, had tried previously to be on some type of platform or reality something, right?
Uh-huh.
And she said in the interview, I heard her say in the interview she did with the avatar who's having lots of issues nowadays on YouTube, she said that she reached out to Monique Samuels when she found out Monique was going to be on the show. Giselle was already on the show. So for Tanya to reach out to Monique was all mess.
Yeah.
And that also goes back to the first line she said about Monique Popoff was just there to be bubbly and make friends. No, she came with this woman in her pocket. She
I
came,
mean, yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So everything, and then she's talking about plots and salacious and scandal. She was packing binders from day one. Anyway, Monique. So, I really can't with her. But this Pastor Tanya also just did the exit interview, so to speak, with the Avatar. Did you hear about that whole mess, the YouTube beefs going on? Oh my gosh, the YouTube verse. I'm not in it. I didn't say nothing except for the Avatar. There's lots of avatars. Watch, look, I'm an avatar. Bam. I might be talking about me. I might be talking about me. Who knows? Who
Oh yeah.
knows what I'm talking about? I don't want none. I don't want no cease and desist. I heard they like giving out cease. I heard the Avatar likes giving out cease and desist. But I might be talking about me because I'm an avatar right now. See? So if anybody knows what I'm talking about, then they know. And if they don't know, then they don't know. But if they do know, then just look, I'm an avatar, so I could be talking about me. Anyway.
It's real life.
So yeah, let's see what else she has to say. I'm taking forever.
You said you'll look him up to see if he's still fine, even though you know his ex-wife. Ain't that crossing the line?
I have no idea who she's talking about because who would trust Monique with this type of information? Who was jocking for Monique as a friend in this way to the point where you would find out that I was wanting to call somebody that I thought was fine with that still had a wife. You know what I'm saying? Like, or that it wasn't, maybe it was a comment she overheard at one of those parties, like the wedding. And maybe a guy walked by and she was like, ooh, I wonder if it could have even been a comment like that she's now trying to make more salacious. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who knows? Because I don't really see any of those women. Is your eye okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't really see any of those women
Can you look at his eye?
doing. I don't really see any of those women like doing this. Not really. And then when you got to think of who's married. So Giselle's not even married, and Robin is not married. Karen is married. Was she looking for somebody's number? Wendy is married. Was she looking for somebody's number, or is Ashley looking for somebody's number? It has to be those three, right?
I mean, but she supposedly only had beef with Giselle, Robin, and Candace. So,
Right.
I mean, I would say maybe she was talking about Candace because Giselle,
Oh yeah, I forgot about Candace.
I don't know, but either way, the way I heard it is is this the part when they say, like, when she says they wanted to look up their ex
Yeah.
if they're still attractive? Like, so that's so
My
what?
text messages are proof. Hit me up for NFL players when you're married is uncouth. You said you'll look him
Hit
up to see if he's
me up for
still
NFL players.
even though you know his ex-wife. Ain't that crossing the line?
See, who do you think that was?
What did she say?
She said he's fine even though he has a wife. Ain't that crossing the line?
You said you'll look him
Is
up to see if
I
he's
don't know
still
that.
even though you know his ex-wife. Ain't that crossing the line?
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
don't
if
know who
somebody's
she's talking about.
to me, it don't even matter. I just care about what she's saying. So on one hand, okay, so if you look up somebody just to see what they have going on, to see if they're still attractive, whatever, I don't think that's a big deal to just type in somebody's name on Facebook and look real quick and move forward with your day. I
Yeah,
don't think it's a big deal to say somebody's attractive either. I feel like this is really reaching. If somebody look good, they just look good.
right.
You
Exactly.
know, you
I
need
think
more
that is,
to
yeah,
make me feel some type of way. Like, you're gonna have to actually make a move on somebody, go to the club and dance up on them. Like, I mean, what is this?
right. Yeah, yeah. Like this is like nothing. She's just like yeah, she's trying to make it way more salacious, talking
Yeah,
about herself again,
it's not
uh,
even.
chasing clout. She's
Watch
clout
out for
chasing.
husbands and DMs setting up meet and greets. Maybe he's looking for a replacement to get in between the sheets. Crack the riddle.
Okay, so that was her first part of crack of Binder Time stories, and I think the last obviously was she was talking about Juan Dixon. I think she was. I think that it was implied at the reunion by Karen Huger, her bestie, that she knows something about who Juan's been calling. So of course that would make it into Monique's let's make more of this than there is binder. So that was the first part. Did we get your live up so we can do both parts on yours?
I'm getting it up now. I'm just what I'm gonna do is just a review over the whole thing in general. So when
Okay.
we get to that, then I'll just pop it up. I'm gonna maybe
Okay.
working.
So this is part two of the Binder Time stories from Monique Samuels. We already cracked the riddle on part one. Let's name them. This is Monique. This is Karen. This is Giselle. This is Ashley. This is Robin. This is Candace. This is Wendy. This is Andy, in my opinion.
Once upon a time in a faraway land, the misery was to an asylum all because of her name. Once a cheat, always a cheater. That's what they tend to say. Call you out in the pulpit. Let's bow our heads and pray.
Okay, now she's really shady with this. This is like shade on top of shade, on top of shade, on top of shade. I mean, even if Giselle did go to an asylum, that is some real low stuff when it was her own friend Gigi who blew her whole spot up. You know what I mean? Like, that's a lot of dynamite for Giselle when Monique's friend Gigi is the one that got the dynamite, placed the detonators, gave people the matches.
She did it, and that's, well, yeah.
You
This
know
is
what I mean?
it's so funny to me that she didn't in any situation go after the people who she really should have. She
Right.
went out after the easiest target, which was Candace. Even
Yeah.
when you see this, when she represents Candace, she has a baby and everything. It's like instead of a woman like everyone else. And
Right.
it's just like, girl, okay, but you didn't do nothing to the people who hurt you.
Right. And not to mention that whole imagery of a baby. So what do you beat babies? Like, what are you really trying to say? Who turned off my backlight? Oh wait, look, I'm getting light tonight. Let's see, can I put this somewhere else? I don't know. It's so bright. Here we go again. I don't know. Let's see. Husband gets me all these gadgets, and then I'm like, oh, yay. There. Is that? That's kind of good. It's kind of good, right?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. So, let's see. Yeah. Where were we? Okay. That's too bright in my eyes. Okay. So, she's obviously talking about Pastor Jamal, call you out on the pulpit.
Mm-hmm.
And this is going to be a mockful prayer, obviously.
Now I lay me down to sleep. I pray my pastor is not a creep. I pray he won't lie and sell out for fame. Pray the church won't protect the fornication in your name. The Bible never lies. I swear it's the truth. Cease and desist for this youth. I have all the proof.
She did a whole freaking course on Jamal Bryant. That was shady. That was shady, shady. She needs to just leave him out of it. Like,
That's my issue with Monique. My issue with Monique is Monique, okay, you going ham and everybody hyping her up because she going ham, but you are always missing the target. So
always.
you are steady going so hard to get people who are beside or around the people who are ripping you to shreds. And
Right.
I don't get that. Like, because if you are, it's as simple as she breaks up with him and then he's the bad guy and she's the victim. Like, that's, you can't go in on people because of what their boyfriend do.
Thank you, turn it on.
Like, she didn't do that, he did. So talk about what Giselle does and what she has done.
Yeah, he
It
has
seems like you
nothing
don't have nothing
to
on
do.
Giselle.
It's mind blowing to me that the scorched earth pattern she's leaving makes any sense to her. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't match the response compared to what happened doesn't match to the point where it's disturbing to see. It's disturbing to watch. It's disturbing. It's just I'm confused and disturbed about the whole thing. And that's just how I feel as a viewer about all this whole thing playing out. You know, and like because she could have even left this part out of this, but
Yeah.
she's still doing it to this guy. And this is on her channel with, let's see how many views. Let's see. How many views? Do we even know? With 28,000 views already on this, right?
And
So
that's
his,
part two. Was that put out a month ago?
part two came out. I don't
It's,
know.
it's right underneath the video. Or never mind. I'll look. I got
I
it.
think because it's like little. I haven't done anything open up.
I
But
got
yeah, so it's just really like so now 28,000 people got to hear that again. You know what I mean? But
uh-huh.
and then she hits it off with, and your cease and desist couldn't help you. You know, like that's
He
just not
shouldn't be
right.
looking
It's
for
just
nothing to
not
help.
okay.
He
He
should
didn't do anything to her. And
Yeah,
that,
he shouldn't need to do anything to help him against you anyways, because y'all don't know each other and y'all didn't even have no beef. And
right.
you think you ripping Giselle? I don't understand that. And in the way I am, I just thank God she was with that group of people because I ain't gonna tell her what I've been done did by this point.
I know, right? Not by this point.
Yeah, she keep doing it
8,000 view video later. You know what
so
I'm saying?
months
Because you
ago.
know Jamal is doing big things. He was at the White House talking to the people about reparations for everybody. And I'm
Yeah,
sure he's not going to say everybody except for Monique Samuels and her family. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So I almost feel like that might be part of the whole overall scheme of things too. Like, why are you checking so hard for this black figure in our community who has nothing to do with you, who's just like he's adjacent to your target, like you said? So why would you spend so much time going after him unless even that could be some of the salacious plotted wickedness that is set up by whoever's in the production studios that be in the clouds or whatever, because Jamal is doing a lot of different things. Mr. Reverend Jamal Bryant is doing a lot of different things from what I see um, in the world with regards to lifting up the entire black community. And it's not just saying, and marching about Black Lives Matter. He's like making meetings, he's making moves, he's talking about economic equity and equality. He's talking about a lot of things that people don't want nobody talking about for black people.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why she has him in a chapter. Who knows? Who knows? It's just a conspiracy theory over there, in my opinion. Allegedly.
Celsius says it's too hot, but don't use the word aggressive. I guess I'm coming off strong, maybe a tad bit obsessive. I'm obsessed.
So okay, maybe she did go back and add these things. Or no, because Wendy told her that she was aggressive in the fight, or did she tell her she was aggressive at the reunion?
At the reunion.
So she did go back and add some verses about the reunion stuff. That must be, and like that other verse you mentioned earlier, maybe that is about after the reunion. Maybe she added that.
I must win my case. Vindication is coming. I'm not playing it safe. I popped off for a gesture I didn't know was a trigger. The process was.
I popped off for a gesture I didn't know was a trigger.
Girl, this is what's so funny. Okay, just no accountability for self. Just all these stupid excuses, and that's my only problem. Just if you're gonna be that chick, just be that chick and own it.
Right?
You know what I'm saying? But these lies and these excuses, it's just so sad, girl. I didn't know was a trigger, girl. You
Uh,
already knew before y'all got to that point you didn't like that girl and you wanted to fight her. We could tell it through the TV screen. I saw it happening. And that's why they had already gotten to the point to where Candace was like, I'm just not going around her anymore. Because even Candace could tell this girl is
yeah.
triggered.
She
Like,
was like a
that's why
freaking
you go to
snake.
the podcast and all of that. And if it wasn't a social gathering at that place, I doubt Candace would have went then either. There, but just all these excuses that don't make sense, and it's like you don't have to lie, Craig.
Yeah. One after another, after another, after another. And we know you took the VCR, Craig. We know it. We saw you running down the street with the VCR, Craig. We saw it.
Work taught me to be a lot different.
Therapy did not help. In my opinion, it
You
didn't
weep
help.
till you cry a whole ocean of tears. Turn it off or turn it on. A whole act full of tears.
And here we go again to put it in the binder. That proves her sorry at the reunion was just to try to hold her job, because she's still not sorry, obviously. She's still saying that you cried for no reason for a year, and that the therapy that Monique got helped her, and that a person that got mollywopped didn't need therapy or didn't need to cry. Am I living in an upside down world? Have you seen Stranger Things, Toddy Vision?
No, I haven't. I don't.
Well, there's this place called the Upside Down, girl. We might be there in here.
It's possible.
We might be in the upside down, because this isn't making any sense.
The chef retired your pot and put a pin to the pad. Held me down like flat tires had weak feet big there.
Okay, is that verse was about, she said the chef
Mhm.
put down the something and picked up the pen and pad, had wheat mad. Obviously, that's about the statement written by Ashley against Candace on behalf of Monique. And
Yeah.
then the next part, I believe, is when they were saying that the cameras at Monique's weren't off, but she says they were.
They say I had footage that doesn't even exist, accusing me of blackmail, but here's the plot twist. There must have been some discussions or talks to a degree. You said I got it going at first, then you totally flopped on me.
So she's talking about, didn't she say Wendy came to her or Robin came to her and said, yeah, she did say it. She agreed that she said something like she asked for it or something. But then she also said that she went on her too hard.
Watch your back and your front. You'll be next on the list. Rumors are already forming, but that's not my job to dish. Just keep it 100.
Rumors are already forming. Okay, I think that's a nod to Wendy Osefo's supposed marital problems that will be featured in the upcoming 6th season of it's coming up in the, where did I put it? Did I wait? Oh, I didn't. Yeah, they're coming up here. Yeah, I did put it. There it is. They're going to have their 6th season, and they return in July for the 6th season of Real Housewives of Potomac. And oops, where'd it go? There we are. Let's see one more time.
Said I got it going at first, then you totally flopped on me.
And remember, she said at the reunion, somebody was on her side and then flopped. Who was that? Robin or Wendy? I don't know exactly. But that was the nod to them, I think. You think so?
I don't know. I mean, nobody was on her side. I don't remember anybody flopping at all.
Well, that's what she said at the reunion, was off camera. Somebody came to her house after the fight happened and was like, oh, yeah, da 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 da. But then by the time they got to Karen's for her apology party, nobody was believing what she said anymore by that point.
Because
So
when she got there, she didn't take responsibility like she was supposed to. I don't get what she's missing about it and why anybody would even encourage that. Like if you were at any job and you lost your temper and put your hands on somebody, you would have to go to work and apologize, even if you didn't mean it.
at least if you weren't fired, yeah, and that's if you weren't fired, you know,
Yeah.
yeah.
And your front. You'll be next on the list. Rumors are already forming, but that's not my job to dish.
So again, with the avatar that shall not be named, that's currently having beefs on the YouTube sphere, um, is the same blog that Wendy Osefo in the last 2 weeks referred to um, when everything happened to this avatar on YouTube. This is a whole side note, obviously, people. Sorry. So this is a whole side note. When everything happened to this avatar, Wendy Osefo from Real Housewives of Potomac tweeted out, "Oh, isn't this something that about this avatar? Like, see, I told you couldn't trust this source in the first place, right?" And I have to look for it, but let's see if I can find it. Wendy
I don't
Osefo.
even know anything about the Avatar. What's going on with that?
Um, so there is a YouTube star that has Wendy Osefo blogger action. So there's an avatar, famous YouTube person, and she has like 500,000, quarter of a million subs or whatever, at least a quarter of a million, I think. I think it might be a quarter of a million. Anyway, and so, and lots of like even television shows refer to her site when they get news for like ET or whatever. They're like, oh, blah, blah, blah reported that this is happening. So she's supposed to be a reputable site. However, there have been a number of people that said that she's not so nice and not so reputable and not so honest. So, one of the people who said that, here it is. Let me see if this is it. Yeah, so supposedly there was talk that so he had to deny fathering a child. He had to deny fathering a love child, right? And so Wendy Osefo has always said that nothing happened and that the source is not correct and that they're just saying these things to hurt her. And like as recently,
So the Avatar person, what happened to them? They put out this story about Wendy, and then what?
here it is. Oh no, that's not it. Sorry, my bad. Shout out to All About the Tea. Anyway, so she just was like, "Oh, isn't this something that this avatar is being called a liar by all of her counterparts who previously engaged on panels with her and stuff like that." And so she's like, "Oh, well, obviously you can't trust the source." Basically, is what Wendy was saying. That's what I think she was saying anyway.
Just keep it 100. Don't sell out for a story. Sell your soul to the devil and have you looking hard for it.
She has lots of references to demons and devils and sitting in front of this fire. It's coming off a little witchy.
There comes a point when you're fed up with the lies and deception.
I love a good witch.
A wise man once said there's no truth for perception. So along comes the binder, filled with all kinds of letters, filled with all kinds of truth. I play chess, not checkers.
What do you think? Anything about that stuff? That was just a lot of words and deflection to me. I'm just like, the whole thing is just, to me, it's right. Where are my banners? To me, we're to the point of, yeah, I'm leaning towards the first so far because I'm just not with all these excuses. Really? It's kind of disappointing because it's disappointing, like I said before, in the past, I've always said, I want to like Monique even more than I do. And this right here is IRL. She did this IRL. She's not taking accountability. Still now going on 2 years later, it's like fun and games. And the lack of empathy, sympathy, compassion, or kindness towards this lady who she called a little sister and portrays as a little baby. And you're supposed to nurture babies. You know what I mean? It's just like the psychological. I'm getting lightheaded again. Is gaslighting happening? Are we being gaslit?
Although it kept him in check, I was on a serious mission to expose the real hate displayed by some of these bitches. When did the hate become real? How could I ever know? The misery.
I think she's a Gemini, and that other person just popped out. Did you see that? She said the hate for these bitches. Did you see that? She was like, did you see that look? She's like, that was Hazel. Was that who was twerking on the trainer? Watch this. Was that who was twerking on the trainer?
How could I ever know? The misery would be miserable when I said I have 4 homes. I am guilty. I messed up. Still true tea just for humor. But one thing about me.
So she spilled true tea for humor. So she thinks it's funny annihilating the twins' father. She thinks it's funny disgracing Grace's dad constantly. She thinks it's humorous to tear to shred this black family that did nothing to her. Nothing that warranted this to her. She thinks it. Did you just hear she did this to be funny? Is that what she just said?
Yeah.
Ah.
I swear, facts, not rumors. Now it must have really stung. Misery came for a baby. And Lee,
Okay. Obviously, she's talking about Giselle came for her baby, saying it wasn't hers. Let the receipt show that this binder is obviously BS. If it doesn't have the receipt that showed, in fact, Chris Samuels was the one that brought the baby up on camera first.
Yeah.
Where's the sound effect for that shit?
All of that's been proven, but what I've realized is that there are some people who just move like Monique moves, and it's like people don't care enough to hold on to all the information that we won't forget. You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah,
kind of like if she saying it and saying it and saying it and saying it,
yeah,
she's creating her own narrative amongst the people in her life,
right,
but it's still not true.
right.
It's a lie.
But it makes it true enough for her because that's
Yeah.
the person that really all this delusion matters to, in my opinion.
dealt with the same demon that once said, I know everything.
Again with the demon.
The things folks do for TV will have you clutching your pearls. To know the devil was disguised, posing as one
She's on all of this dark stuff, man. She's like,
of your girls, but it all makes sense. Slaying demons ain't new to me. It's always the one around for years, wanting a big opportunity. I remember the time she said, I knew you'd make me famous, but you're the most
she's talking about Gigi right here, obviously. Did you hear that reference? She said,
Yeah.
you would make me famous.
famous smoke out there who shall remain nameless. You tried to put your life story on me, all because you're unhappy.
That's why she couldn't think of nothing else to write. All those words she just said about all the other stuff, and she ran out of steam on that lie. She's like, this is all you tried to put all your story on me. That's the first time we heard that stuff. Even at the reunion. At the reunion, was that her excuse for what Gigi said? Was that she had tried?
No.
I don't think that Kate. I don't think that was her excuse then. Here we go with excuse number 1633.
When it was your husband who wanted to know who was your baby daddy.
Does Bridget even have a baby? That's the age that we're talking about. I'd have to find some research to verify that, but I think that's more deflection. I do.
Crack the Riddle.
I think we cracked that riddle. Okay. I think we cracked that riddle. That still a lot of delusion, not accountability, lots of references um, to the lots of references to dark stuff. And so now we're going to hit this part 3 after this commercial runs on the thing. And then we'll do the finish up summary on Toddy Vision. Be sure to go over there, smash that like button if you haven't already, smash that subscribe button, leave a comment down below if you have an opinion about this Binder Time series. Do you think it's BS or not? I'm of the mind so far that it's complete and utter BS with some nuggets of truth in there, but not enough for my palate. Look, you guys can see my stairwell. Let me see. No, that's the wrong way. I think it does. Oh, way too far. Oh no, wait, what did I do? Okay, perfect. Nice, nice. Okay. So here we go.
Lost twice.
Yeah, I want to just say again that the imagery, the filmography or whatever, the cinematography, the the audio, the soundtrack, and all this. It was really nice. I think it was she did a good job on that kind of stuff. I just really wish that it wasn't like such BS.
She went on a mission, a campaign of sorts, to gather those who would care. If you didn't take Weep's side, she'd cry and fold her tissue square.
Obviously, Candace and the famous tissue.
She loves to dab, not like the dance, a dab for each little tear. A little dab here, a little dab there. A bucket of tears for you. A request
She's really not letting that go.
for mediation was sent.
What do you think? You think anything about like just like
But immediately was denied. We would all be rich if I had $1 for every tear she cried. Sometimes it's a gift and a curse when you show so much confidence. It's hard to train a stringless couple who are street smart and common sense. Who knew not playing by the rules would put a target on my back? Cutting and dicing and splicing seams, but that got a hell of that.
she's obviously alleging that she was edited to look bad, to appear a certain way. Okay.
Just let the villains be villains. They would make for great TV. Expose the face, the fraud to plot, whose eyes are green with envy.
That's confusing. She lost me there. She was the villain. She is the villain. She's exposed as the what is who she doing? Who is she trying to make? Oh, was that about Giselle? Because then she ends up talking about eyes of green, like some more deflection against what her own husband said on TV about he looked just like me, don't he? He looked just like me, don't he? That's what he said. He said he looked just like me, don't he?
But it all makes sense. You can only use the ones who act totally desperate. The ones who need, the ones who agree. Because the ones who have, you can't mess with. Some sell out for fame, some sell out for gain. Your choice reveals what you value. To each his own. I'm not knocking your hustle. Just stay true to yourself if you know how to. After all that has transpired, one thing is definitely for certain. My departure revealed the truth of what's hiding behind your little curtain.
Obviously, a lot more production stuff being said. Uh, I think she might have been trying to incorporate some of the Nene, Mariah Huck energy about behind the curtain, what's really going on with what's happening over there to the people at Bravo.
Out of the mouth come words, but I'm looking at your actions. Saying you're treated as equal as if I'll fall for that distraction.
Oh, so she's kind of going in a little on this race stuff. I don't know if she's trying not to work with Bravo anymore, like Nene, or what. Because white people do not like getting called racist or being reminded that they're acting in a discriminatory manner, even if you see them with the tiki torch on your lawn. Okay, they don't want to hear that. That's what you are naming that. They don't want to hear it. So she kind of is going in. She's kind of going in.
You say Black Lives Matter, but they don't matter in the workplace.
She went in.
You profit from violence and make fake disclaimers, which is evidence you're saving face.
That's true. They did profit from violence. They ran that thing and they extended the season. And then they had 3 things and they pumped that up too. And then they profited from it. And then they said, we don't condone violence of any kind on Bravo.
Well, I mean, here's my thing. I don't see myself having good content that I know would make me money and not airing it either. But I also don't understand why, if you're going to turn around and criticize them for that, maybe you shouldn't have been the one violent person on the show.
Right, I agree. Like, had she not put
herself, they wouldn't have had it.
Had she not put herself in this situation, or had she made it better by taking accountability and owning it sooner, then perhaps we
It
wouldn't
wouldn't
think
look so bad.
that it was a binder of BS. Okay.
I want a nice little box of enclosure for me after all the gaslighting.
I didn't want to get any of her music in here. I don't have those rights. Let me see. She was talking about how she wrote a nice little bop, a nice
Yeah.
little bop to bring closure for her, that they wouldn't let her play at the reunion. And so she's
And it's
saying,
like she should have been wanted to. It's like, girl,
right,
obviously, here's my thing. They are very rich. Obviously, she is trying to make her own money desperately. She's
right,
trying to be able to afford her own way.
right. And so that little check that she said was so little, she
She
really,
wanted,
she wanted it. She wanted it bad, and she missed it.
yeah. That's why she.
My song was therapeutic. Drag queen, a pun that I intended. You called it a diss without listening to lyrics and claimed you were so offended. It was okay for 19 weeks to use a fight to earn some profits. But I make a song detailing my life, my views, and you try to stop it? Banned from press and crossovers. You said these are extra benefits. Complete and utter disrespect. Then that surprised when she finally quits.
I had no idea, but thought they did something about the press she was doing, because she was going to way too many blogs sitting around bashing the ladies, telling those lies about the cup situation. Of course they had to rein her in.
And
And
she was lying. She kept lying about that cup. Monique been lying, and she been lying so
yeah,
much and so boldly. And it's like, girl, you've been telling lies, and everything she done said is video evidence to prove
yeah,
that she wrong, and she don't care.
she does not care. She's not changing her story. It's remaining the same. And at least she's gonna say that. That's gonna be her other save all. My story hasn't changed.
So while I'm grateful for the platform that you barely let me use, I thought I signed up for reality. Now I realize
Some more Andy Bravo references, in my opinion.
well, here's a thought. What if there was a show that
What do you think about all that? Do you think that that's her biting her nose to spite her face? Or do you think that we'll see Monique and her family again anywhere near Bravo?
I mean, if they'll have her after all of this, she'll probably go back. She might be. I wouldn't be surprised if she was doing this to be offered the opportunity to do it again.
The
You
opportunity.
know,
Right.
I mean, I know she did quit the show, but she wanted to be a part of it desperately. And you could tell that from how she acted on the show, which I didn't agree with. I never agreed with the route she chose to be a part of it, but there's no telling. She cares so much about it. I feel like it can go either way. She might
Yeah,
be back there.
definitely.
showcase six different women? What if one of the women demanded oral sex be performed simply for admission?
Did she just say what if one of the women demanded oral sex be performed for admission? Is that what she
Yeah,
said?
Extra
yeah.
benefits. Complete and utter disrespect. Then that surprised when she finally quits. So while I'm grateful for the platform that you barely let me use, I thought I signed up for reality. Now I realize well, here's a thought. What if there was a show that showcased six different women? What if one of the women demanded oral sex be performed simply for admission? Or if two women were trapped in a closet which reveals why they can't keep a man? Or if another one had an affair and gave her boo all the assets and money she had?
Okay, let's break those down. So, who's in the closet? Who wanted oral sex?
I mean,
Who?
Ashley made it known she was like, you know, on the DL a little bit.
Yeah. Um, one of those was definitely
So while I'm grateful for the platform
that you
that you
barely
barely let me use,
it's kind of
I thought I
catchy.
signed up for reality. Now I realize you are abused. Well, here's a thought. What if there was a show that showcased 6 different women? What if one of the women demanded oral sex be performed simply for admission? Or if 2 women were trapped in a closet which reveals why they can't keep a man?
Okay, 2 of the women. So is she talking about the Green Eye Bandits? 2 of the
Girl,
women.
we don't know because we don't have no, we ain't never heard of nobody in the closet.
I know she's crazy.
If another one had an affair and gave her good all the access.
Okay, so that's speculation about Robin. Supposedly, there's a word on the street that supposedly, remember, there's the story that Robin gave the money to the financial person, and the person lost all the money and subsequently committed the S. And but that was their friend, and supposedly Juan didn't want her to invest the money with this person, and she did anyway. And then not only did he lose their money and then end up doing all this stuff, he also, you know what I mean? It was just a bad situation all the way around. Supposedly, supposedly they were.
Robin and the guy. That
Supposed.
guy's dead though. I mean, I don't know. We'll never even know. Juan has never said anything about it, which would be important. Nobody's on the show has said anything, and the man is dead.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
unless they bring it up this season, that to me that's just some random. It's really random.
Right.
One she had. While the other friend revealed to the group that she was damaged beyond repair, what if we found out that a husband of one of these ladies pursued an affair?
What if we found out that the husband of one of these ladies pursued an affair? So that could be anybody because they're making it up.
From the man's perspective, he's sticking around waiting patiently for a refund. What's real? What's fake? We'll see what relationship lasts when the show is done. As stated before, true life is more salacious than what is revealed. What's true? What's false? You'll have to decide. But the Bible is permanently sealed.
And that was Binder Time Stories.
There wasn't nothing in that dang binder.
Not a damn thing.
Nothing. Nothing new. Nothing concrete.
That she had nothing in that binder. It was a binder of BS. It was clap. You know what that was? That was some more clapbacks to the stuff they said at the reunion that she felt like that she thought of on the way home. That she was like, damn, I should have said that. You know how you get in those kind of arguments and you can't think of anything to say right then, and then later
Yeah.
on you're like, damn, I should have said that. You know. But yes, I'm not too keen on the damn Binder Time Stories. Now I know it took us a long time to go over it. However, however, what am I doing? My bad. This. Wait. Have you been watching the Olympics?
No, I mean I've been keeping up with everything, but I haven't been watching it.
Yeah, I caught it last night because it comes on kind of late, you know.
Yeah.
But I really have been enjoying it way more than even the freaking binder time stories that we just did. I'm really like, really, Monique? I'm glad she burnt that binder. Hopefully, we never have to speak of it again. But if she does bring it up, I'm going to have to talk about it because I'm kind of fascinated by it all, you know? So thanks for tuning into Larger Curves. That was our live reaction to
Yeah.
Monique Samuel's Binder Time Stories, Paul Part's live review in our happy hour that we had. Now, this behind me is my latest design on my t-shirt. It's the We Are Taking series that I have created in, as a nod to the Olympics. And it's just like all this magic, this black girl magic is really sprinkling all over the Olympics.
Excuse
The
me.
shot puts, bless you, the shot
Thank you.
puts, the jumpers, the long jumpers, the shot putters, the runners, the gymnasts, the swimmers, the other shot thingy on a string. Yeah, like we are bringing it all home and we're bringing home gold. So thanks for tuning in. You be sure you check out Toddy Vision's site at lushhintliving.com right there for us. And thanks again for tuning in to Larger Curves. Make sure you smash that like button, smash the subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next video.
All right. Thank